Next time you get away, rent bold, rent fun, rent premium, rent the car. Sixt. Don't just rent a car, rent the car.
Good morning and welcome to round one of the Hampton Downs New Zealand Racing Academy KartStars series here in the not very sunny Marlborough region. I'm here with Danny Franz, I'm Regan Hall, and we're going to give you a very brief rundown of what we're going to see today. So Danny, what's going to happen with the weather, mate? You're the local. What do you reckon?
Mate, I see it lifting. I think the clouds are going to clear. We're going to see some sun coming out around lunchtime and hopefully some dry tyres out on the track.
Yep. That'd be good. Yes.
Yeah, obviously a lot of mud and everything around at the moment, but I expect it to dry up.
Yeah. The forecast says it's sort of drying up by about lunchtime, so we're going to be qualifying in the rain. There's no doubt about that. Everyone got one or two runs in the rain yesterday.
Yeah, definitely one run each in the rain yesterday.
Yeah, so it was dry all day, and then right before the last time session, which sets their grids for or sets the order that they go out in for qualifying, that was wet, and now we've got a wet qualifying. Probably at least the first heat might be wet, and we'll see how we go from there. So this weekend we've got 5 classes. We've got Cadet Rock, Vortex Mini Rock, Rotax Junior, Rotax Light, and Rotax Heavy, and they're all out on track shortly. You can probably hear the engines warming up in the background.
Yeah, DNR's on at 9 o'clock, I believe, so they've been told to get to the grid. They won't be mucking around today.
And before we go and go back to the stream, big thanks to our sponsors for the series, Racer Products, Hampton Downs New Zealand Racing Academy, Six, who is our top qualifier sponsor, so you'll see them come up on the stream. And who else? Killtrap, of course, who are a great sponsor of the sport and supporting the series. Danny, we're going to hear a bit more from you throughout the weekend, aren't we? So
yeah, I'll be roaming the pits, I'll be grabbing the makers and shakers, and I'll be interviewing whoever I can, give us a little bit of inside knowledge, see what goes on behind the scenes.
Sounds bloody good. Alright, we'll catch up with you soon then, and stay tuned for all the action throughout the weekend. Well. Good one, mate.
Cheers, mate. Awesome.
Oh, morning everybody. Welcome to KartStars New Zealand, round one. Sponsored by Harvest Marlborough 2026, incorporating round one of the KartStars series. A big welcome to you all. About ready to get underway. First up, the VMR, 21 starters. Kindly sponsored by Deluxe RV Group. Live the life your way, all the way. So I'm just noticing now that it's starting to clear up in the back of the hills, bit of blue sky coming up. So, hey, we might be in for a reasonable sort of a day. Cross our fingers. Right, this is the qualifying grid. In one, we've got young Dobson. In two is Spence. In three, we've got Clark. In four is Thomason. Then we go to row 3. In 5, we've got Rankin, and beside him is Waller. Further back in row 4, Merritt and Murdoch. Back in 5 as they're coming out. They go Avon. In row 6, with 11, Lawrence and Randall beside him. 7, we've got Alcock and McConway. Row 8, we've got Craw, O'Malley. And 9 is Smith and Haskett. And in row 10, we've got Leslie and Walker. And right at the back of the field, the 45 there, and 21, grid 21 is young Costello. Now that's the field, guys, for the qualifying here at VMR. Righty-ho, they've done their couple of laps there. Your North Island champ there of Thomason, 48.819. So he's leading it there at the moment with the time. And behind we've got young Spence from Canterbury, 49.350. And the third there we've got is Clark, 49.557. So the North Island champ, young Thomason from the Bay of Plenty, he's certainly on the job, as I say, with Spence from Canterbury. Young Clarkson there, the third fastest at the moment from the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Fred Waller from Canterbury, he's right up there as well. In your top 5, we've got young Merritt. Also from the Bay of Plenty, watching them as they're going around. They seem to be handling the wet conditions all right there so far. It's just starting to ease off now. So it's Thomason, Spence, Clark, Waller, Merritt, Dobson. That's your top 6 times at the moment. Still Nico Thomason there, 48.819. Spence from Canterbury there, 49.889. And we've got Clarkin behind him as well. He's the third fastest still there, 49.869. Then behind in the top 4 is still Merritt. $49.612 there for young Merritt. Yes, so they're working pretty hard out there at the moment. Big gaps between them as they're coming around. 1 or 2 trying to improve there. There's Thomason going through now. But he still holds that 48.819 top time at the moment. Spence is still there too as well in 2. 49.220. Merritt 49.401. As she clicks over there, we go back to Craw. Now Craw's starting to move his way up here. Starting to get into his work. He's holding the 4th fastest, 49.510. And Quisha Clark, he's rounding out the top 5 top times there with 49.928. Waller is right in behind the 6th fastest. The rest have really got to try and bring in a good one. Here's 0.29 between 1 and 2. 0.40 between 1 and 3 in their times. So it just goes through again. The top 5, no changes there at all. Thomason, Wallace, Spence, Merritt and Craw with Clark right on the fence there, ready to try and make a good one in. Young Murphy Dobson from Tuggeroa, he's certainly trying to improve there as well. Yes, he's gone up to the 3rd fastest time at the moment. So Merritt and Dobson's made his move as well. Dobson is in the top 5. He's running at 49.226 at the moment, but it's all Nico Thomason, the North Island champ. He's really got that pedal to metal there from the Bay of Plenty. Nothing moving, so we'll run through the field here. Thomason, Waller, Merritt. Then we go back to Spence, Dobson, Clark, Crawson behind him. Then we go to Walker, Gallagher, Costello making his way from the back. Moving up now, he's holding in about 10. Rankinson behind him. Further back to Rankin, we've got Amon, Randall, McConway and Alcock at the bottom. Bit of work to do there. But there we go, Nico Thomason, he's just dropped it again, 48.797. Wallace still holding that sector fast there, 49.345. Merritt 49.298. Spence is in about 4, just inside the top 5, 49.311. And in the top 5 is young Murphy Dobson there with a 49.496. With 32 to go. They're running the clock right down now as they're coming around up the straight they move. But it's all Nico Thomason, 48.797. Nothing's changed in the top 5 as we're coming down to the last 13 seconds, 12. We're coming inside the bottom 10 now. Here we go. Coming into 5 to go. 2, 1, that's it. So it's Nico Thomason, 48.797. Fastest time there, Freddie Waller. He comes home with the second fastest, 49.256. Then we go back to Merritt, 49.887. And behind Merritt, we have Spencer. Hang on, just Waller. It's just changed here. Waller's got 49.115. No change to Thomason, though. Merritt, 49.186. Spencer behind him. It's 49.220. And the 5th fastest time home was Murphy Dobson, 49.226. That's the top 5. in the Vortex Money Rock, kindly sponsored by Deluxe RV Group. Righto, next up we have the Rotex Max Heavy, kindly sponsored by Hirev. Big thanks to Kev and the team.
Excellent, guys. So I'm here with our current North Island champion, young Nico Thomason, who's just topped VMR pole. Nico, how did you find the track out there, mate?
It was good, quite slippery. I noticed that the tyres were only on for a few laps and then they sort of just went slower and slower. But from on then I was quickest. So.
Excellent, matey. And have you been down to the track before? Is this your first time in Marlborough racing?
I'm pretty sure this is my fourth time. I raced here back in 2023.
Awesome, matey. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Nico. Best of luck for the rest of your race day, matey. Awesome.
Thank you.
6, 7 and 8 grid draws are all masters. Just having a look there at the lap record here for the Rotex Max Heavy was Andrew Broughton, 40.613 the 2nd of June 2019, back a couple of moons ago. Can't see it being done over the weekend, but hey, you never know what happens at sea, do you? Just waiting for recovery. Yeah, starting to bright. Right.